What is up, y'all? Prona back in the house. Got a nice little opportunity to do kind of a side by side comparison. I not quite side by side because, as you can see, wrong hand. 4 gigs, 2 gigs. There's a 2 here somewhere. It's a 2 gig card. So, in my long and drawn out process of getting ProNub Central up and running, I started with a 750 Ti, didn't even open it, hurried up and jumped into a 950. The 950 wasn't cutting it for me, got into the 960, the EVGA for the win, 960, 2 gig, with Best Buy, went through Best Buy and all that, and realized very quickly that 2 gigs for Battlefield and Titanfall, and especially Grand Theft Auto, just was not going to cut it for me. So I shopped around and decided I was going to get rid of this thing, give it back to Best Buy, tell them have a nice day, and get into something bigger. So still a 960, obviously. It's not an EVGA. And I'll get into that maybe. I don't know. But I like Afterburner better than Precision, so I went, maybe everything else MSI is going to be better too. So, yeah, this thing just came in. Did a little... I was kind of disappointed. I got this from Amazon. I'm returning this to Best Buy. I got this from Amazon. I'm disappointed in the way Amazon, and I did their kind of a free trial thing of Amazon Prime, and I'm disappointed with Amazon's behavior. This thing wasn't padded. It was thrown in a box and it's flopping around. Let me open the box and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so the MSI, as you can see, is Amazon. There's a big difference, and I've noticed as soon as I got this box, there's just the card is inside this box. The other card that I got from Best Buy, they double packed it, double boxed it, triple padded it. That thing was ready to go through combat. It was insane. So yeah, right. And the memory that I bought from Amazon, they didn't even put it in my mailbox. I opened up my front door and it was just sitting there in an envelope right at my doorstep, which was ridiculous. No signature, no nothing. So far my experience with Amazon has not been favorable. Yeah, so I get my trusty Leatherman. I'm not big on the unboxing things. I just wanted to kind of demonstrate why I'm so disappointed with Amazon. Price wise, I'm guessing it's okay. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. But as you can see, that's it. That's it on one side. So if you move it this way, big deal. But over here, let's move this and this. There's no padding. There's no nothing. This thing is flopping around inside the box. So I'm sure it's okay. I'm sure the card's fine. Yeah, there it is, and it's upside down glory. I'm not unboxing this. Hey, how you doing, camera? I'm not unboxing this. I just wanted to kind of, like I said, just anyway. Okay, so yeah, that's how they treated me. So the stuff came in. It's on time. But let me, what I'm going to do is get into some benchmarks. I'm just going to do the simple benchmark thing. Tomb Raider, Hitman, Grand Theft Auto, and then maybe a little bit of gameplay. My previous video showed kind of how the EVGA is. So yeah, let's look at some numbers and see what we got. All right, so starting with Hitman, and I'm using Shadowplay, desktop capture, Shadowplay period, to do all my benchmarking because it seems to have the least it takes the least toll. I probably could use like OBS with the NVIDIA encoder, whatever. Shadow Play works for me. So, and it's going to be a little bit of a twisted kind of comparison, just because each game kind of has its own weird kind of way of doing things. But I'm kind of showing the quality level here. As you can see, the settings for the benchmark for Hitman, everything's pretty much cranked up. Hitman isn't that hard up. So, and this is the EVGA card, for the win. Stock clocks, or well, they have their factory overclock, but I'm not adding any overclocking to it. So any overclocking that it has came from the factory. So yeah, let's start it and see what we got. And as you can see up in the top, the Afterburner, and I'm using Afterburner for the on-screen display. So the Afterburner stats kind of telling you what the clock is, with the memory clock, kind of the GPU temp, the GPU usage, then the clock, the GPU clock, then the memory clock, and then the memory usage. And then naturally your CPU temp, how much CPU usage, and then the RAM. It's interesting. That's why I like Afterburner, because it tells me about my system RAM. So it's the actual RAM usage, or what RAM is being used, along with the the system commit. So it says page file, but I actually run Windows without a page file because I have 16 gigs of RAM, and I've always done it. I've never run into any problems. So yeah, and pay attention to the RAM usage also, because I've noticed that because of this card being a 2 gig card, and my old when I was using the laptop was a 3 gig. It was a mobile processor, but it was 3 gigs, and so this cuts into the system RAM, so that really affects gameplay, interestingly enough. So check it out. Here we are with Hitman. So let's move over to Tomb Raider. Okay, so Tomb Raider. Again, this one's gonna be a challenge, because that Tress FX it's awesome, but it's not really optimal because it's an AMD thing. But it works, and if you have a good card, you don't have to have an AMD card for the Tress FX to work. But again, this stuff is cranked up. This one's a little bit Tomb Raider's a little bit heavier than Hitman, but I went ahead and I'm just gonna throw everything on Ultra. Cranked up the Ultra settings. Grand Theft Auto is where it's going to get ugly. But, so, okay, we'll okay that. And, let's play. Laura, your hair looks amazing still. Tress FX shampoo. I must have it. She's not listening to me. Benchmark looks good though. It's a lower frame rate, but oh, that motion blur though. Not bad. Not too bad at all. Not as demanding as one might think. Look at that. So we dropped about 20 frames from the normal settings to the ultimate or ultra. So now, let's go check out the big boy. Oh, that GTA. Oh. Alright, so we got Shadow Play working again after our little Shadow Play crash. Not sure what happened there, but here we are. None of this advanced stuff is on. I'm not touching it. I'm not messing with it. Let me go through kind of. It managed to keep all our settings, full screen, blah, blah, blah. Go back. Click on that. And I'm not going to, as you can see, a lot of these settings are on normal. The game is forcing this. Reason being, let's say if I want to raise the texture quality to high. Look at the video memory. Or very high. I've tried to just do it and just take a chance with it. Grand Theft Auto doesn't let me. It just doesn't like it. So, everything's on normal. Multi-sampling off. I don't even know what else to. The V-Sync, of course, is off. Yeah. So, anyway, let's. And I got my frame counter going, so that's nice. So let's. Oh, let's see what we got. Yes. Wonderful. Just do it. Do it. Yeah, and those graphics options where it showed, what was it, 1200? Look at that memory usage. It is maxed out. So, anybody that says you don't need, oh, a 960, you can't really use a 4 gig, this game is going to push me into that 4 gig territory. And these are on normal settings. Still looks good, I think. Yeah, for what it is. Freezing up a little bit, a little stuttering, even though the frame rate shows a good frame rate. CPU, this is, talk about CPU intensive. I mean, look at this. This is at 80. And a lot of that is that VRAM. 2 gigs of VRAM just isn't going to cut it. Unless I drop everything to low, that might work, but... How about no? Car there. Hey, dumbass, you don't see me? Hey, you don't see me coming? Get out of the way. Are y'all gonna shoot me because I hit somebody that pulled out in front of me? Thanks, cops. Get the hell out of the way with your damn cola. Yeah, this idiot. You didn't even hit him. Hey, screw you, taxi. You ain't no cop. Get him. Oh, yeah, get that, yeah. Oh, hell. You done fucked up the neighborhood. Dumbass. All right, here we are on the MSI. I went through some hell to get this card set up. Oh my gosh, I was ready to rip it out and launch it back to Amazon, but I got it going. Stock clock, and the stock clocks, which is still overclocked, but their factory overclock's a little bit lower than EVGA's, as you can tell. So there's that. Memory clocks, everything's a little bit lower. I was getting horrible everything at first. I mean, I had to uninstall, reinstall. The Windows was only seeing I was only seeing 2 gigs. It was ridiculous. I mean, I was losing my mind. But yeah, I finally got everything going, and the MSI is not bad. I was actually messing with GTA first, just because it was still open, and that was the trying one. So you can see it's looking good.
Bean sprouts. Yes, that's for you. Here, $5.
It's a lower clock, but it looks like it's kind of in the same realm as the higher clock on the EVGA. And I don't remember what those numbers were, but there they are. I'll have to go back and look. All right, on to Tomb Raider on the MSI. All right, same settings, Tomb Raider. Let's check it out. Let's see what we're looking at with the new card, with the 4 gig card. Again, it's probably not going to be too much different because we're really about the memory. So it's not going to tap into the 4 gigs, but it's still kind of nice to see the difference that each card is capable of. And that AA, I said motion blur before. It's just that the anti-aliasing that makes the distance look all smeary. Seems like I'm getting a few more frames on the MSI card. We'll see what the final verdict is. And running right about the same. Right about the same. So, now the big one. I actually messed with Grand Theft Auto already. Grand Theft Auto I was actually quite pleased with. So, let's go check it out. Alright, there we go. As you can see, 4095 now. This is the only one that actually sees the memory, which it actually saw it the first time, and it wouldn't push it. Like I said, I went through. It was a challenge to get this MSI card working. So if you ever get one of these and it feels like it's broken, uninstall everything. Afterburner. I had GPU tweak. I had Afterburner. I had Reva Tuner. I had something else installed, and then I just uninstalled all of that. Reinstalled the NVIDIA driver, the latest driver. I already forget what the number is, but the most recent one, like 3 or 4 times before it finally just took. It just decided, okay, we're good. So here we go. Blah 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 blah. Yes, yes. 268 frames. Aww. What's nice is the memory is at 3 gigs now. It's not stuttering like the other one was stuttering at 2. Well, for everything being at very high settings, this frame rate's not bad. It's really not. Now, this is my favorite one. This is, well, no, that's not it. Dang it. I've run this test so many times. Stupid Ferris wheel. Is this the one that I'm looking for? Ooh, we're pushing upwards of 4 gigs. There it is. And visually, I mean, I've got a lot of my NVIDIA control panel. there's a lot of optimizations, and you know, my default graphics card settings aren't, you know, maxed out. It's a super high quality everything. You know, I've got a few, you know, like high performance texture filtering, blah blah blah. You know, so there's that. And then again, this is the stock. When I say stock clock, the factory clock, because you know, it's a little bit of a factory overclock on this one too. But I haven't added any. What do they call that? I haven't added any overclocking. Crap, I forget what the what the term is. Offset. I haven't changed the offset. What I find interesting is I actually ran this benchmark on some normal and some lower settings, and I got a lot of stuttering. The game runs smoother at higher settings. What does that mean? Everybody's screaming. He's just driving down the road. Chill out. These dumbasses should be screaming. Look, there you go. Bam! And here comes. Why does everything explode? Oh my god. Alright. Quitting Grand Theft Auto. Bye, Grand Theft Auto. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and hop into some Dragon Valley, because this has been an absolute killer on my graphics. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. My monitor's clocked up to 65 hertz, not too much difference. But yeah, I got everything kind of cranked on here now. Naturally, I got my config working, and that's locked at 90 for whatever that's worth. But take a look. That's the MSI 4 gig. As you can see, it's pushing 3 now on the. You know what? Let's turn this off. Hide the chats. So yeah. So if anybody tells you you don't need a 4 gig card, or if you can't use 4 gigs on a GTX 960, I'm pushing 3 now, and this game, I'm still not. I mean, obviously, that draw distance has gotten better. I was hoping I could eliminate that kind of little pop-in thing, but, you know, it is a 960. So, you know, it does have its limitations. Maxwell is great, but it's just not, you know, the memory bus, I think, is, hello, the 960s don't offer skill. I believe it's the memory bus. You know, it's not the 3-something. Of the older cards. So, but you know, it is what it is. Dragon Valley is looking a lot better than it has. I saw you. See, my old my old setup didn't allow me. Things were popping in like crazy, and this even the 2 gig card was really presenting a challenge. I gotta be careful here. Oh, nobody's here. Good. Somebody's waiting for me. Yep. Damn it. Just hanging out there. So yeah, let me know what you think. Am I crazy for going into a 960 period? Am I an idiot for? I don't think I am, but let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, this card is really good. I'm really digging the MSI, and it can handle a much higher. You know, as you can see, it's overclocked, so it can handle a much better overclock than the EVGA 960 did. Now that could be, you know, memory. that kind of thing. You know, with 4 gigs, it can handle more. I don't know. But temps on the MSI are a little bit higher. I'll admit. It doesn't cool. The ACX cooling of the EVGA really is top notch. But I can control my fan curves and change that. But Dragon Valley looks, you know what? Let's just come over here. Dragon Valley looks amazing. This is the nicest that I have seen this map. Okay, whatever. Calm down. So, there it is. 962 gig versus 964 gig. 2 different brands. So, there's that. But it is what it is. We're using the memory. If you're deciding whether to get a 4 gig card and you play Battlefield, you see here, the memory does get used. I'm going to come sit under this tree here and just kind of contemplate my life. Oh, shit.